Hi, I'm Chuck Dorsett for Weaver Leathercraft. Chapter 7, the home stretch. We are almost there, and thus far, our journal covers are gorgeous. Couple easy steps here. Our field journal is done. Over here on our portfolio, we're going to add some gum trag, slick our edges, and we are done. Now, gum trag, rivets, sand browns, anything I use in this video, weaverleathercraft.com, or check below. We've got links there. Going to take you straight to our website. So let's do this. Let's knock out our field journal first. Now, easy enough pattern here with our main body. All we've got is 2 holes. We've got a hole for our sand brown or button stud, mark that, and then our rivet. Easy enough. All right, so let's set that aside. Now, for our sand brown, I've got panel behind me. So what I can do is when one of my cutting boards wears out, I can cut pieces off of that, and those are going to slip into small areas easily. Now, for the sand brown, or button post or button stud, I've got a little bit larger throat on that. So I'm going to use a 1/8 of an inch hole here. Now it does not have to be size specific. I just want it a little bit snug in there. That's going to give it a good bite. Okay, easy enough there. Now let's flip this around for our rivet hole. No issue, we're outside of our panel, but I do want to drop down to a smaller hole again so that my rivet throat is snug in there. There we go. All right, excuse me, easy enough. All right, so those holes are punched. Let's take this, flip it around, and while we're here, let's add our sand brown. Now I'm simply going to drop a little bit of glue there, and we'll wipe that off shortly, but what I need here is I want to just put a little bit of glue down in that throat. These are not terrible about working out, but they can. Put a little glue in there. Again, I don't need contact cement or something that's going to seal it forever. I just need something in there that's going to tack that down. So coming from the back, I'm going to drop in my screw post and drop in our sand brown. Now that's got a screwdriver or a flathead cut on the back. Oh, there we go. Let's get him to sit there evenly. That's got a flathead screwdriver on the back, but in all honesty, these will tighten down easily just with finger tightness. There we go. Okay, that looks good. So now let's do this. Let's set this aside. Well, in fact, you know what? Let's keep this out here because we're going to jump over to our billet. Now, let's get that glue out of the way. Open glue on the table, always a problem. There we go. Now, on this, we really haven't done much of a pattern. There's really no need. I'm simply going to punch a rivet hole in one end, and then we'll measure for our sand brown on the other. So, smaller hole, 3/32 roughly, and I'm going to come in about 1/2 of an inch, give or take. And let's center that. There we go. All right, good hole there. Now, let's finish that out with a round end punch. There we go, okay? Nice and professional. That's what we're looking for. Now, let's jump back over to our main body. Now, we're going to use a double cap rivet. It's my favorite rivet. I love them. Small double cap here. We're going to drop that in. Now, with the double cap, we've got a crimp on the post. So therefore, when we drop a cap down on there, it snaps on. Very nice. So I can move my project around. That's not falling out and rolling around. That's very frustrating. All right, so let's set our rivet. There we go. Looks good. All right. Now, the moment of truth. Let's flip this over. Take our insert and insert that. I don't know. Let's insert our journal cover and see if this fits. There we go. Look at that. Well, that is nice. It's a good fit. Clean edges. That is durable and that is going to last. All right, last step. Let's bring our billet around. Got plenty of room there. Simply going to drop in a small mark there for my sand brown. All right, let's flip that over. Now again, for our sand brown post, that's a little more than 1/8 of an inch, but we're going to use 1/8 here because it's going to be a little snug. Now it's going to wear over time, so that'll be a nice fit. So let's drop that in. There we go. All right, now round in. Let's drop that in on the other end, and of course we need a little bit of tab there, so we have room to grab that. So let's drop in a round end. There we go. Okay, last step. Let's leave that there. I'm simply going to add a slit here. But what I want to do is add that away from my tip. Make a small cut there, cut that through. Very nice. I could certainly use a sharper knife blade. You know, I always say start with a new blade, but I didn't. All right, so let's bring that around. Drop that on. Look at that. Well, that is spectacular. Could not be happier with that. Beautiful job. All right, field journal, done and ready to go. Let's jump over here and we're going to finish our portfolio. Now, slicking our edges, we could certainly use gum water, but we're going to use gum tragacanth. This, to me, darkens a little bit, makes it look very clean, but also, too, it's going to make a good slick. It's going to be very durable. So what I want to do is I've got a little bit on my dauber here, and I'm just going to rub that in very lightly, just enough to get some on my edge. There we go, good. Now we've got a top coat on here, so if a little wraps around to the face or the back, that's no issue. Now I typically will just run my hand down there. That's going to even it out a little bit. Now with our burnisher, to me it's easiest with a larger project. I'm going to lay this on my table and hold it, let my edge hang over the side, makes it a little more sturdy, a little more easy to slick. Now, the point here is not pressure, it's more heat and friction. So I'm going to use our wider cut here. That's easily maybe 2 4-5s, 2 6-7s. Drop that in, and I'm simply going to run this back and forth. Now again, pressure, not my point, and I'm going to work this a little left and a little right. So maybe a dozen passes, give or take. There we go, very nice. Okay, I may make another pass or two, but right off the bat, we're starting to see that it's gotten dark. We're getting a little slick there, a little bit of gloss to it. That's what we're looking for. So I'm going to do the other 3 sides, maybe hit this a little bit more, and our journal cover or our portfolio is done. All right, now on our corners, I'm going to run around those a little bit. We've got a clip corner there, but if we add a little more pressure there, that's going to round nicely for us. Now also too, I'm going to use our wider cut here, but when I slip over to our single ply, let's drop down to the lower cut. And then back up to our larger, go around our corners, pay a little extra attention there, and along our edge. Well, that looks great. Again, I'm not sure the camera's going to pick that up, but now I've got a nice gloss, rounded, slicked edge. We bevel both sides, looks great. Okay, again, moment of truth. Let's take our journal cover. Now, it's going to be a little harder to get this in, again, because it's veg tan. So let's just work that in. And there we go. All right, let's get that to sit all the way down in there. Well, thus far, it looks like it's fitting nicely. Let's bring this around. Same on the other side. Let's work that in nice and tight. That's what we're looking for. And as we bend that around, that's going to push that over into the end of it. Well, there we go. Could not be happier with that. That is a gorgeous journal cover. Everything looks good, clean edges. We've got a nice stitch line, beautiful feather design. Couldn't be happier with this one either. 2 great projects. Now, with our veg tan, that's a little bit more stiff. Well, absolutely. First off, we can soften that by using it, and I certainly intend to. But also, this is going to last longer than we will. Now, before I jump over to our field journal, let's get our liquid out of the way because I've been known to create a disaster with open liquid on my table. But our field journal, virtually no decoration there. But that's the way it should be. That is going to work well and look good out in the field. But again, sky's the limit with decoration with both of these. The beautiful feathers, easy enough to drop in, but take that ball and run with it. I hope you've had as much fun with these as I have, and I hope every journal cover you make is gorgeous. Good luck with your projects.